find a state space representation for this RLC circuit. The output is taken to be IR, the current through the resistor. The first step is to determine the order of the system so we can select an appropriate number of state variables. Here, this system is of second order, which we can know by writing a differential equation. The highest derivative term will be the second derivative. But an even easier way to determine the order is to count the number of energy storing elements. In this case, we have two of those, the inductor and the capacitor. And so the system is of second order, and so we'll need two state variables. An excellent choice for a state variable is a quantity that appears in a derivative. If we write the derivative equations for the inductor and capacitor, that is, for the inductor, we'll write the VI characteristic. VL is L dIL by dt. For the capacitor, the displacement current IC is the capacitance times the derivative of voltage, VC. Writing those equations allows us to see two quantities that get differentiated, IL and VC. So these make for excellent choices here. Let's select IL and VC as our two states. So x1 will be IL and x2 will be VC. And so the state vector, x bold in our case, is this column vector. Very good. The objective now is to find the derivatives of those states, hence why we selected those that are already differentiated to be wise and efficient about it. Those derivatives, the derivatives of the states, are to be expressed in terms of the states themselves and the input to the system in a linear combination. X dot is equal to AX plus BU. U, the input in this case, is the voltage source, VI. We also need to do the same thing for the output of the system. Y should be some CX plus DU, a linear combination of the states and the system's input. We'll start with the state equations, the derivatives of the states. We'll solve for dIL by dt as well as dVC by dt. We can do this by simply dividing by L for the first equation and by C for the second equation. Now, are those already in terms of the states and the inputs? I'm afraid not. For the first equation, VL is not one of our two states, and so we need to do some circuit analysis to rewrite VL as something that is purely in terms of our x's, our states, and the system's input. VL, the voltage across the inductor, is the voltage source minus the leftover voltage, which is the voltage common to the resistor and capacitor. And so VL can be rewritten as VI minus VR, or VI minus VC. And this choice is better because VC itself is a state variable. VI is the system's input, and so great. dIL by dt is now a linear combination of a state variable and the input to the system. Very good. Let's do the same thing for the second equation. IC, the current through the capacitor, is not a state variable. If we use KCL, IC can be expressed as IL minus IR. IL is a state, so that's good. But IR is not a state, and so we need to rewrite it as something else. What can we use? Ohm's law. We can use IR equals VR over R, and VR is not a state, but VR is equal to VC because the resistor is in parallel with the capacitor. VC is a state, and so the derivative of VC is now also a linear combination of the state variables and the input. In this case, it has no reliance on the input, but a linear combination is there, and so we have what we need. Great. The next step now is to do the same thing for the output of the system, IR. IR is, again, VR over R, but VR is the same as VC because they're in parallel, And so the output is also linearly expressed in terms of the state variables. Great. We're now ready to assemble the matrices. We'll start with the state equation. X dot is AX plus BU. X dot is the vector of state derivatives. It'll be IL dot and VC dot. Matrix A, let's read it entry by entry. What multiple of IL is IL dot? Looking at the dIL by dt equation, IL itself doesn't appear on the right-hand side. And so the first entry of matrix A is 0. Okay, what multiple of VC is IL dot? This is negative 1 over L. So this goes in the second entry on the first row. And then, what multiple of the input is IL dot? It's 1 over L. So this goes in the second column vector over on the right. Very good. Let's move on to the second row now and talk about dVC by dt, or VC dot. What multiple of IL is it? 1 over C. So that'll be the first entry of our second row. And then what multiple of VC is VC dot? This is negative 1 over RC. Great. Is VC dot dependent on the input? Not directly. It doesn't appear in the equation. And so we put a 0 in the second entry of the B column vector. Now, we'll do the same thing for the output equation, y is equal to cx plus du. But this one is very straightforward. The output, IR, is just VC over R, and so it's just 1 over R times the second state, VC, and everything else, every other multiple, will be 0. It involves no IL dependencies, nor VI dependencies, so those are just 0. And with this, we have a complete state space model for the RLC circuit we started with.